Hello, friends, First Baptist Atlanta, and those that support missions through First Atlanta. We want to greet you and especially our friends there in the missions department. We've been asked by Pat Reagan to tell a little bit about our experience in Indonesia and a little bit about Ramadan. We live, when we're in Indonesia, on the campus of a Bible school, so it's a Christian enclave. So we're not really that in connection with the Muslim people in our community. Although when we're in the market, when we're out walking on the street, we have many encounters with them. But we personally have not had a lot of experience with Ramadan. I actually had more in Bangladesh years ago when I visited our ministry partners there, and was told that during the Ramadan season, the Christians and the missionaries try to keep a low profile because the clerics and those in the mosques there are more radical, and they have a tendency to victimize or incite against Christian activity especially during Ramadan. Ramadan is a month of fasting. It's one of the two big festivals in the Muslim calendar each year. It's in the ninth month of the Islamic calendar, which is different than our calendar in that it's a lunar calendar, and so it's about 12 days shorter than the Western calendar. And so as a result, it moves through the year, a 33-year cycle for it to come back to the same season again. So each year it's a little bit earlier in the season. It's a time of fasting from just before dawn till just after sundown. And this is all regulated by local mosques who determine when sundown is and when sunup is. And they announce over loudspeaker systems from the local mosque to tell people when they need to start fasting and when they can start eating in the evening. It's a time of remembrance for the Muslim people. They believe that it was during Ramadan that Muhammad was given the Quran, and they believe that God revealed even the Jewish scriptures during the same month, during the month of Ramadan. There's a feast later in the year, in the 12th month, which is the Feast of Sacrifice. So the first is the Feast of fasting, and then the Feast of Sacrifice, where that is their time of atonement. Lois, do you have anything to say?
Just that it's quite a ritualistic religion. It's one of the 5 pillars, Ramadan is. And so not only are they supposed to fast from food, but all sorts of vices like smoking. And they're supposed to think just pure thoughts. And even they're supposed to abstain from bad thoughts. And that's pretty hard without the power of Jesus Christ to force yourself to do that. And so it's just a very works-based religion. We're just thankful that we have Jesus that we can share with them. Thank you.
Yeah, there are 5 pillars in Islam, and observing Ramadan is one of those observances that need to be done. There are probably 2 things that you could pray for during Ramadan. Here in the United States, it's a time of, in a sense, religious celebration, religious observance. And I would think that most Muslim people here would be willing and probably interested to tell us as Christians what Ramadan is about. So don't be afraid. The Muslim people are like all people. They just like to have friends. They like to have relationships with their neighbors and co-workers. And so if you have a Muslim acquaintance, take advantage of your lack of knowledge and have them fill you in. And then maybe you could tell them a little bit about Christmas or Easter, especially since it's this time of the year. The other thing I'd ask you to pray for Christians and churches that are in countries where it is a majority of Muslims. I was just told that there was a bombing in in Indonesia this last weekend, and the only people who died were the suicide bombers who took the bomb. But it still is a time when fanatics and those who have been radicalized could think it would be appropriate to victimize churches, Christians, and those who proclaim the gospel. So pray for your Christian missionaries and those that are working in countries where Islam is an important part of the community and the culture there. Those are things that you could do to serve the Lord during this season. Thank you.